Hey guys, today's going to be another one of those one-off videos where I show you how to change a little part of your car. And in this case, what I'm going to be working on today is it's going to be the rear passenger brake light on my 2020 Hyundai Palisade. Now, I've never done this before, but online it says that it'll take me about 10 to 15 minutes to do, and it's a very easy process. So in my case, I would give myself maybe about an hour just in case. But I will try my best to make this video as painless as possible for you guys. Stay tuned and thanks for watching. Okay, so we open up the trunk, and so this is the light bulb that I'm trying to replace, this LED bulb right in here. So the first thing they said to do was locate these two tabs over here, which you can pry open with a flathead screwdriver, which I've got. I pick quick. And so we're gonna just try to carefully pry this open without destroying it. Okay, first tab is out. That's a Phillips head. Second tab, we've got off, also a Phillips head. So I'm just going to grab my gun and take those off. Actually, you know what? Let's be safe. What we're going to do is, it is a Phillips, but I might use the Robertson square just because I find that it's a nicer grip. And we'll start these off by just backing them off by hand so we don't end up stripping them with the gun. I usually find that it's a little bit easier to start them by hand because you're not going to have it slip with all that torque. Okay, so I'm going to take those off. And here's what they look like. And that one is identical as well. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use my screwdriver. They're not that big. And there's not too many of them. So there's one off. Here's number two. And I did end up switching back to the Phillips, which is this star head, for those of you who don't know. And so what we're going to do is now the instructions say to pull the light straight back towards the back of the vehicle. Not in any other direction because you'll end up bending the little tabs. So let's just work it back, jiggle it out. There we go. And here we have it. As you can see, our middle bulb is going to go in here. And what you want to do to remove that is give it a counterclockwise quarter turn is what it says. So we just turn it counterclockwise. We pull it out. And there you have it. Okay, so I'm going to remove the bulb. I'm going to wear my gloves. Another half turn counterclockwise. Oh, you push it. Actually, here's what you do. You push it in. You see that? You turn counterclockwise, a quarter turn, and the bulb comes right out. Now, this is the old halogen bulb. And I'm going to replace it with an LED, which I got here, and I'll put the link in the description so that you guys can you can purchase this one as well if you want. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. So I thought I was only getting 2 bulbs, and I purchased this little box here, and it ends up coming with 6 actual replacement bulbs, which is pretty cool. That's good value. All right, so this is the bulb. It looks like something out of Star Wars, if you can see that. But anyway, we're just going to put it in, and as you can tell, it's slightly smaller than the original bulb, which is fine as long as the base works. So we're going to put that back in. We're going to find the little tab in here where you line it up with. Sorry, it's this and this part here where these little tabs go. And we're going to put them in. We're going to turn it. Hopefully we can see it with the sunlight out like this. But okay, so I'm in the car. I'm going to hit the brakes and see if that turns on. Hitting the brakes now. Okay, so now we just have to put our light back on and just reinstall it. So you want to line these tabs here into these particular holes right there. So we're just going to align it. Make sure. Trying not to block the camera. I'm going to step over this way, guys. And we're in, I think. Actually, guys, I wanted to show you something. So I took it back off again because it didn't seem like this was actually going in. So what you want to do is there's actually a white tab right there. And you want to make sure, if I can spin this light around, there's a groove right here that tab is supposed to go into. So you want to make sure that's aligned as well. So you have to make sure you press this in close like that, keeping this light in, lining up those other tabs on the sides, and then all of it goes in at once. There. And then last but not least, we just put our 2 screws back in. And I'll add that to the video. So now these are both in, secured, not cranked, but just tight enough, hand turned. And push our tab in, and we're done, guys. So I'm going to run a brake light test in the day. I don't know how bright it'll be, but let's just try. So I'm going to start the car. Running lights are on. Now I'm going to hit the brakes. Hello. Brakes again. I don't know if you can see the difference. Hey guys, that was actually a hell of a lot easier than I thought. It didn't take me an hour to do. In fact, it only took me about 10 minutes, just like it said online. So thank you for that. Anyway, if you guys have taillight issues where your brake light isn't working, you need to replace the bulbs, I hope this video made it that much more clear for you and made you that much more wise so that you could do something simple like that on your own and save yourself a little bit of money. Because after all, today, any little bit saved is money in your pocket, right? On that note, have a great day. That's my story for today, and I will see you guys in the next chapter. Take care.